Deep within the heart of an ancient forest, where sunlight filters through a dense canopy like golden dust, lived a young girl named Ilara. She wasn't born of the village nearby, but of the forest itself, or so the whispers said. Her home was a hollowed-out giant oak, her companions the rustling leaves and the creatures that roamed the woods. Ilara had a unique gift. She could understand the language of the forest, the subtle whisper of the wind through the pines, the murmur of the brook over smooth stones, and the ancient groans of the trees. One day, a shadow began to fall over her vibrant world. A creeping silence started to spread from the forest's edge. The birds sang no more, the squirrels hid in their drays, and the leaves of the mighty oaks began to wither. The forest was dying, and its whispers turned to cries of pain that echoed in Ilara's heart. The elders of the forest, the ancient sequoias that had stood for millennia, spoke to her in a chorus of creaking wood and rustling leaves. They told her of the heartwood, a legendary gem hidden deep within the earth, the very source of the forest's life force. It was fading, its light dimming, poisoned by a creeping blight from the outside world. Determined to save her home, Ilara embarked on a perilous journey. The forest, even in its weakened state, guided her. Luminescent moss lit her path through dark, tangled undergrowth, and a wise old owl showed her the way through confusing ravines. She faced challenges that tested her courage. She navigated treacherous swamps where ghostly will-o'-the-wisps tried to lead her astray, and climbed sheer cliffs where the wind threatened to tear her from the rock face. Throughout her journey, the whispers of the forest sustained her, giving her strength and reminding her of what she was fighting for. Finally, she reached a hidden grotto, its entrance veiled by a waterfall that cascaded down like a curtain of liquid silver. Inside, the air hummed with a faint energy. There, nestled among a web of ancient roots, was the heartwood. It pulsed with a weak sickly light, its once brilliant green now clouded with patches of gray. As she reached out to touch it, a monstrous creature of shadow and decay emerged from the darkness. It was the blight given form, a twisted being of gnarled roots and lifeless branches, its very presence draining life from the air. A fierce struggle ensued. The creature was powerful, its shadowy tendrils lashing out, but Ilara was not just a girl. She was the forest's champion. She moved with the grace of a leaping deer and the strength of a bending willow. She didn't fight with weapons, but with the life force of the forest itself. She called upon the strength of the ancient trees, the clarity of the running streams, and the purity of the mountain air. She channeled all the love she had for her home into a single concentrated point of light. With a final desperate push, she placed her hands on the heartwood. A blinding white light erupted from the gem, engulfing the grotto and vaporizing the creature of blight into nothingness. The light surged through the roots, spreading throughout the entire forest. Life returned in a vibrant wave. The withered leaves turned green again, the silent birds burst into a symphony of song, and the streams began to babble cheerfully once more. Ilara returned not just as a girl who lived in the woods, but as its guardian, its heart, and its voice. The forest thrived under her care, its whispers no longer cries of pain, but songs of life, resilience, and gratitude. And for anyone who takes a moment to listen, truly listen, you can still hear the story of the girl who spoke with the trees, a timeless legend whispered on the wind. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tales from magical worlds.